Hello. I hope the audio is okay. Let me know if the music is too loud or if I'm too quiet. And hi Laura again. Thank you for stopping by. I just had to eat something very quick. Thank you, that's good. Okay. So I put up this camera here as well this time, so you can see my hands. I thought this might be fun. Yesterday I I had a sketch yesterday already, but we ended at this stage. Yeah, that usually ends with food all over. I think yesterday I found like a crumble of chips or something in my keyboard. So, um, yeah. And this morning I made a few adjustments to this because a few things I can do better without people watching. It's nice to have people see me work, but I think there are a few things where like I have to get um like I need to have full mental power to like review what have I done already and uh, what do I want to correct going forward. So I did this morning. Um, Basically, I narrowed the picture a little bit, and also um, made a few touch-ups with the foliage. Like you can see, I changed a few shapes a little bit, like I warped them so they serve the composition more. And I also added a little bit of color to certain areas that I wanted to how do you say it, to group several plants into one bigger cluster, so they form a visual unit, so to say. Because before everything was very um, on its own, or rather noisy, um, noisy lines, I would say. And now they form little clusters that make, as I said, visual units. Yeah, and I think so. Yesterday I started to do line work on top of it, like make a second round of line work. I don't think that I want to do this. I usually don't. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I don't have a 100% fixed process how to go about things. I don't want to do another round of line work here because I think it will look more less sketchy, and I like the sketchiness of it so far, and I like the how do you say, I think the naivety that these lines have. So far everything is from my head, but I wanted to find references as I go, so when I get into drawing the cats or the people or certain plants, I'm probably going to pick up references as I go. But I did not want to have the basic idea be dictated by reference. So the sketch and everything is just from my head and just this work. I will go and pick up references as soon as I need them. I think the first thing that I want to do now is to further define my shapes using color. I'm going to make it much more green at first, and then I am going to paint the... That's something that I touched on yesterday already. I think I'm going to color code it a little bit by making everything that is man-made, like the house and the furniture and things like that. I'm going to make a different color than everything that is plants and flowers. And then I will use a different color even to highlight what's living. But just as a base, the colors will probably change as I go. But it helps to build kind of a visual hierarchy. So you have everything that is that falls into the category of plants and nature, and then you have everything that falls into the category of it's built and constructed, and then you have everything that falls into the category of it's a living thing. I don't know why for some reason this helps me to think about the different elements in a picture and to build colors, I guess. Hi, Anna or Anne. Thank you for stopping by and say hello. So I started the painting on the line work that I did yesterday. And I just mentioned that I'm going to start the coloring process by basically defining 3 different categories of elements in the picture, which will serve as a base for the colors that I'm going to build upon. Hi Betty. I am using a MSE laptop. It's not really something that I looked for. I got it basically secondhand. And I've been using it for the past 4 years now, I think. I'm quite impressed. It's still working very well, although I have several cameras going in Photoshop right now. And it's still okay. I don't feel any lacking while drawing. But yeah, it's a gaming laptop, basically. With quite a good graphics card in it, I think. basket over here. And the laundry. Make an Instagram story about your favorite brushes sometime. Yeah, I should update that. I think I have done it in the past. I do work in Photoshop and Procreate, as well as sometimes I doodle on paper as well. But yeah, Photoshop and Procreate are my go-tos. And usually I mix. For example, this one started as a Procreate drawing, which I then transferred over to Photoshop. Thank you, Anne. My drawing tablet is a Wacom Cintiq. I think until last year or so, I used a Wacom Intuos, like a no-screen tablet for my digital work. But I got very curious about drawing on a screen, on a PC and Photoshop. I mean, I knew it from the iPad and Procreate, but yeah, I was curious how it was going to work for me on the PC. So I think I'm very happy with it. Before I tried it, I was okay with the Intuos as well, though. You get used to it, I think, to drawing down here while looking there. It's just a matter of practice, I think. And apparently it's better for your posture, I heard, when you have like when you sit like this and you draw down here in front of you while you look like that, like sit straight and watch there instead of like hunching over your screen tablet. But hey, it's a lot of fun though, I think. And yes, your old art is really nice, even if it's drawn on a non-screen tablet. Thank you. I think I started using only a tablet as a replacement for a computer mouse when I was, I think, 20, so 12 years ago or so. And even before I started to do digital art, I used it just as a mouse. So I got very used to this disconnect between where or like to connect it, what my hand does while I'm looking somewhere else, you know. It felt very second nature. What was I going to say? I think, yeah, for the brushes that I use, let me open this here so you can see better. Nope. Okay. I recently reduced my brush library because I don't know about you, but I get curious about brushes every once in a while, and then I get a new pack or something. And at some point you have so many brushes in your library that you don't really know which one to use. And I I wanted to reduce my collection so that I don't have to think too much about what brush I would use, and also in hopes of creating even more of a consistency. So this is my current library. As you can see, there are some Kyle Webster brushes. I think I have some default brushes from Photoshop. Yeah, I have to see where I got them and maybe document this a bit better. But right now, I really like this brush, which is unfortunately only named brush 1. I have to figure out where I got it from. For drawing, I like this a lot. But yeah, I did the same thing in Procreate, where I just got rid of, or not got rid, but made like a folder that has just my top 10 or so brushes in it. So it makes things much easier if you don't have to think about which brush to use every time. What am I going to use? Vivid light or hard light? Now I'm doing the living things. I want something very strong. I can still change it, but I want them to stand out for now. And then I can really get a feel for the composition, I think. There's a dog. And that was a bit embarrassing yesterday because I'm not a pro in drawing cats and dogs. It's just, right now it's just a placeholder. And I definitely have to look something up to make it look a bit more believable. There's another cat. And there's a bird. There also was a bird on the roof. Birds up here, and we have a frog. I guess it's a really weird way to work. I don't know if anybody else works this way, where you create these categories and mark them first, but that's how my brain works. Let me see. Oh, oh. We'll make it like this, and then I can change the colors quite easy. So it doesn't look so harsh to them. No. Yeah, I think this is a good base to continue with. Okay. Oh, you do? Oh, that's nice. That makes me happy. Thank you so much. Where did you get them from? Did you order them online or? Because I used to do conventions a while back. I haven't done that in a couple of years. Okay, I think before I continue, I want to do a little color correction. And I'm not shy to use whatever Photoshop can offer. So I do that sometimes where I just put these filters on top. Sometimes because I'm not happy with a particular colors that I have, and sometimes just because I need something new. Sometimes I get stuck and I just know that I need some sort of new impulse, and then I would just use a few sliders and other color correction tools in Photoshop just to get things going again for me, and that usually helps me to get unstuck. Cut forever. Ah, so many. And you probably, I think, then you have ordered them probably, right? On imprint or... That's awesome. That makes me happy. I think I want to desaturate it a bit. It might go up again, but it's not the time to go full saturation already. That's too much for now. And then to set things up properly, I will make a frame and lock this. So everything I paint now will be underneath, and I will keep this nice frame for the painting. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I only sold them on imprint. Yeah. Imprint is really nice as a yay, two people happy. Imprint is really nice for artists to sell work because they give you, I think, one of the largest cuts from the sell. Yeah, like compared to other platforms where you only get like a really small percentage. Okay, now it's time to decide where to start. I think I will go for the house as it's the center of it all. I'll have this as like a overview window, and this one is my working window. Okay. What color do I want for the house? I live in Sweden, so making houses red is like a default, I feel like. I mean, not all houses here are red, but like the typical Swedish house is beautiful dark red with white windows, I feel like. Questions with buying things there and paying for shipping. Yes, absolutely. That is true. I think I once ordered something myself on there, and it took quite a few weeks, and I think I had forgotten about my order once it arrived. It could be better. It could be better. And for that, it's sometimes makes sense to make like another print run on your own, maybe for European customers. Okay, we'll just go with this color for now. Yes, they have a discount at the moment for worldwide shipping. That's true. Oh no. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know if it had gotten better. Last time I ordered from them, I was still in Denmark. I don't think I had to pay extra taxes there, but I don't really remember. But yeah, it's not super convenient to order um, here. Yeah, I should probably do another print run myself at some point. It's fun to do. It's also a lot of work. But I think it's really nice if you can sign the prints yourself before sending them and maybe put a personal note in it. I think I have never done, I mean, I do get lost in details quite often, but I think this must be one of the most detailed things I have ever drawn or painted. Oh no! Switched colors. So you're both from Germany as well. Where are you from? I was born and raised in Leverkusen. So West Germany for me. I was. No. What? Steinbüchel. Ja, ich habe in Altenrath gewohnt. Um, and my mom still lives there. Yeah, what a coincidence. What school did you go to? Oh, you you are. That's funny. Oh, you live in Cologne now, yeah. Marienschule. Lise-Meitner-Gymnasium. In, ist es Mannfort oder schon Wiesdorf? Bin ich sicher. We might have seen each other. Could be. Oh, ja, okay. Ja, ja, genau, beim California ist es ganz in der Nähe. Wait, did you say where you are from, Anne? Did I miss this? Ah. Thuringia is the English word for Thüringen, I guess, right? Ah ja. Have you been there for studying or for work? Thüringen. No. I think I want darker window frames. But more like yeah, let's go with this for now. If it doesn't work, I will change the colors again in the end. But at least I have some differentiation between the in value for the different elements. It's a good start. To check the time. Okay. Ja, stimmt. Eigentlich können wir auch kurz einfach auf Deutsch reden. Ich habe erstmal in Tübingen studiert also in Süddeutschland und habe da meinen Partner kennengelernt. Inzwischen Mann. Und also wir haben dann eine Weile auch noch in Stuttgart gewohnt und so. Und er hat dann aber einen Job in Stockholm angenommen. Und zu dem Zeitpunkt, ich habe in einer Firma gearbeitet, wo ich Grafiken für Videospiele gemacht habe. Aber ich war schon länger am Überlegen, ob ich nicht einfach Freelance gehen soll mit meinen Sachen und eigene Sachen machen oder halt, ja, wie schon gesagt, Freelance zu arbeiten für Publishers oder so. Und das passte dann einfach voll, weil dann konnte ich sagen, gut, ich kann meine Sache sowieso von überall machen. Und dann gehen wir erstmal nach Schweden. Okay, auch noch eine Verbindung zu Tübingen. Auch eine sehr schöne Stadt. Genau, und dann sind wir aber über Corona die paar Jahre, also ich glaube, wir waren 3 Jahre insgesamt dann in Kopenhagen, also in Dänemark. Auch wieder wegen, wegen des Jobs weggezogen. Aber dann hat sich durch Corona halt ergeben, dass, also, dass das von zu Hause arbeiten viel einfacher wird, eben auch für Leute, die nicht selbstständig sind. Und dann haben wir uns gedacht, okay, wo wollen wir denn wohnen? Und wir fanden Schweden doch sehr schön. Und dann sind wir jetzt Anfang des Jahres wieder so in die Stockholmer Umgebung gezogen. Genau. Also letztendlich war es tatsächlich dann wo will man denn dann jetzt bleiben? Und Schweden ist halt echt schön. Man hat gefühlt überall Wälder und Seen. Die Leute sind sehr freundlich. Okay, also ich denke, da kommt noch irgendwas anderes in die Fenster rein. Jetzt mache ich sie erstmal dunkler. Okay. I will switch back to English now because I think these recordings will be on the channel later. I don't know if somebody's going to watch it. But I think it's very funny and crazy that we actually grew up in the same city. I mean, what are the odds? I also visited only a few weeks back to see my grandmother. Okay, bye, Anna. Thank you for hanging out. I wish you a wonderful day. You mean because we're from the same city? That makes it more tangible? Yeah, I think, for example, I had not enough of an idea what you could do with arts. When I graduated, I I did not know much about like illustration or doing art for, I don't know, for games or for movies. And so I thought I either become a painter, like a fine artist, and don't have money and starve, or maybe become an architect or something. That's the only things that I could think of. Which is weird because there are so many things that you could do and that would have also fallen into my field of interests. But for some reason, I don't know. It took me quite a while to see that you can do many things with art, and now especially with social media, you can create your own platform, more or less. I mean, it's not easy, but just the realization at some point that I can do that in terms of like doing art for video games. I have never questioned before that there are people who make artwork and are responsible for the visuals that you see in video games. Like, I played them, but I never questioned that there are artists behind that. It's so weird. Oh yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Are you working in any creative field already, or are you studying something with art? I studied something completely different, by the way. I have a bachelor's degree in cognitive science. So, how does the mind work, and um, things like that, which I find very fascinating. But I quickly realized that I don't want to be a scientist. Hmm, that's really cool. That sounds fascinating, and should be like there should be some, I don't know. It should it doesn't sound too far away to think about like starting in this one area and ending up in the other. course, the like paths are so unique that usually you don't know exactly how this will look for you. Not beforehand. I mean, I feel like in hindsight, it's you can easily see when somebody tells you their story how they got where they are. It makes sense in hindsight, and you see like, oh yeah, sure, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, and but of course it's not something you can just replicate for yourself. I feel like, at least for me, it has been like small steps in a direction. And yeah. Yeah. So you would actually prefer to, or if you could choose, you would love to do something traditional where you don't have to be in front of a computer all the time. Do you have like a favorite medium to work in? I have been thinking to do more traditional art as well again, like either using oil pastels, maybe. I would love to try that, but also linoleum print is something that I find fascinating. I would really like to try that too. And yeah, I think it's really nice to get away from the computer and create. I mean, you do this with your hand as well, right? But it's not the same thing. It's like when you work traditionally, you feel textures, and you interact differently with the medium. Hmm. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. It might be similar. I have done 3D for a while when I was working in video games. And yeah, it felt like what you said, like pressing buttons all the time, and like um, like dealing more with technical things than with like actual creation. And that bothered me. At least it's what it felt to me. I'm sure there are 3D artists out there who feel like they have all the creative power when they rock their 3D software, but for me there was like a barrier in between what I wanted to make and how I could make it, which was software. And software that did not want to work as I wanted to. Yeah, okay. Lots of 3D stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I started my Instagram on the side while I was working in the studio. And I think it was a good investment to like start doing my own things on the side and developing skills in that area too, and also maybe building a little bit of a following. I mean, as much as you can, right? Because after working a full day, it's not always so easy to do your own work as well. And it wasn't much in the beginning. But I think the more you do on the side, even the more opportunities might appear. Yeah, I wish you a great day too, Laura, and have fun in Schlebusch. It was very nice that you came and hang out and chat. Vielleicht bis bald mal. Ja, probier's mal. Alles Gute. You're welcome, and thanks again. It was really nice to chat. Arm hurts a bit. There's no layer management here. Ever. Tür sollten wir noch anmalen. Still very, very saturated. I don't think it should be already. We will get there at some point. Okay. waste if it's not like nighttime or something in the final image. Which wasn't my plan originally. There's still so much to do. And that's okay.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
I think I will hide this one behind a bush more. Yeah.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Just have it show a little bit.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0. Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I'm going to end the stream in a few minutes. I feel like my concentration is going down. I'm not happy with the house yet. But I'm not sure what is missing. Like, I mean, it's not finished. But is it because it's a red roof? Would I like it more if it's... But then it kind of like camouflages into the greenery around, doesn't it? But I kind of like it. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Everything is brown. Brown, brown, brown. Okay, let's see how far we have come. Great progress. Right? No, sorry. This. Not so sure about it yet. Take some saturation out as the pathway goes out of the frame. Okay, I think I will stop here for today. Still a long way to go. But hey, we made progress. Still something watching or not. Um, if you are, thank you for hanging out with me while I draw my little garden. Um, yeah, I think it's nice that this is recorded now, that I can share the process with you. I hope I will do this again, and I hope I won't be too nervous. But yeah, I think the setup is okay this way. And yeah, I hope everyone has a nice day, and maybe you feel a little bit inspired. Okay, signing out.